Welcome back. These days, what many people are eager to find is a simple place to go and just get the facts. Unbiased, comprehensive, and easy to understand.
That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Whether the subject is voting or healthcare or the coronavirus, USAFACTS.org is a place you can go for those facts. I spoke with Poppy to learn more about it. Take a look.
These days, what you're looking for are facts. That's all you want. You want the numbers. You want the legitimate facts so you can make decisions. Well, the good news is there is a place you can go for those. USAFacts.org. It's a not-for-profit organization that does what it says. It brings you the facts. And Poppy is with us this morning. Tell us a little bit about just the facts, as I call it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Todd. And you're right. USA Facts exists as a resource for Americans to get facts about their country. We believe that Americans, as shareholders in this country, deserve to have access to data, transparent data about how our country is doing. So at USAFacts.org, we've taken over 70 government agencies' data, compiled it, made it easy to use so that Americans can come and look at based on where they live, how they're doing, and compare that with the rest of the country and get a really good sense of are we making progress or not, and make decisions about who to vote for or what policies to support, and then track, are we making improvement or not?
Well, you mentioned some pretty trigger happy words there. You mentioned voting, you mentioned policy. So people are going to ask, when I come to a site like this, is it partisan? Because it seems like everything today it's got that ulterior motive, right? Tell us about your organization and how it stays with just the facts.
I'm really glad you asked that, Todd. So USA Facts, we're not for profit. We're also nonpartisan. So we have no prescribed outcomes of what we think is the right direction for our country. We just think debates should be grounded in data. And once Americans get that data, our hope is that there will be a healthy debate and discussion about what the right outcomes are. We don't take a position on that. We want Americans to do that. And so it's really about arming people with the facts and then also allowing people to track over time, are things getting better based on the politicians that I supported for election or based on the policies that I thought were right for this country?
And we should be clear that this is not strictly a political site. There are many things you can get the facts on.
Absolutely. We highlight that in our Change the Story campaign, that it's really about facts to arm Americans with information so that they can create positive change. Our campaign highlights a firefighter who's retired and is out running every day because he wants to change the facts about heart disease. Heart disease is up to just over 30 million people who've been diagnosed with it in America. We also highlight a doctor on the front lines of COVID who's in the hospital handling patients who've been diagnosed and has seen people die, and really want to showcase that it's about having the facts and data to make decisions about your life, and whatever that might be. So it's not really about politics. It's really about education, healthcare, economy, all the things that are really important to Americans today.
Something else I'm picking up on here, the words that you're using really lend itself to storytelling. I mean, if I go to USAFacts.org, I'm not just going to see a bunch of spreadsheets, am I?
Absolutely not. We really want the data to be accessible, and we know that numbers aren't always easy to comprehend. So it's about putting it in context, but it's also providing some explanation for Americans. So what has happened with wages over time, and what does that look like? Wages are up in America in terms of what people actually take home, but when you look at what that increase has been for the average family, a lot of it has come through government subsidies, not necessarily through what Americans take home from their employers. So it's really about highlighting where are those dollars coming from, how does the government collect revenues, where are they spent, and at the end of the day, are things getting better for the country?
Ooh, tracking the money, following the money. I like that. That's always something to look for. Now, this time that we're living in, that's got to be such a key thing to be able to offer people true data to help them make up their minds on what they should and shouldn't do. Let's talk about USAFacts.org and COVID-19.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a unique time in America right now. Not only do we have 2020 election coming up, we have over 23 million people who are unemployed. We've had over 200,000 deaths from COVID-19. And so at USAFACTS.org, we really are just about providing transparent data so that Americans make good decisions. And right now, it's really about health and safety with COVID. So you can come as an American and look at, for your county, what is happening with deaths, what is happening with cases, and how does that compare to other counties around the country, and really make decisions for yourself and for your family.
Wow, I love that you have drilled it down to even to the county, not just the state, but exactly where we're living. So the election is happening. The pandemic is still here. Those are the two main things, but name a few of the other topics and subjects I might be able to get data on at USA Facts.
Yeah, at USAFacts.org, we have data on over 16 major issues that Americans really care about. So healthcare, economy, education, immigration. I mean, anything you can think of. It's really easy to come and navigate by the topic you care about, or even with the elections coming up. Our voter center at USAFacts.org, you can look at by your zip code, who's running where you live, what are their positions, and how does that look compared to the data on those topics. So just a really easy way at USAFacts.org to access the data that can help Americans drive decisions.
This is a website that you're going to want to bookmark, not only for the remainder of this year, but for years to come. If you're looking for the numbers, and the numbers, they don't lie. USAFacts.org. Poppy, thank you so much for the data, for the information, for the facts.
My pleasure.
Thanks for being with us.